Hello, this is Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures. This video is going to be about my pickle fork style slingshot. This is a expert level slingshot. Basically, the reason why this is an expert level slingshot, they call it Pickle Fork Slingshot, is because of the fact that the forks, this one is actually made out of an old skateboard, by the way. That's why it's got that really unique color on it. But if you take a close-up look at it, you'll notice that the forks on this slingshot, well, they're almost non-existent. Like, basically there's just enough length and just enough space on there to attach a band set. That space between there is roughly about, I think it was about 3/8 of an inch, which just so happens to be the same diameter as the steel ammo that I use to shoot with. And the forks are just long enough for me to attach a band set. So basically, you know, as I said, this is an expert level slingshot, so you can't use a traditional shooting methods in order to shoot the slingshot. On a normal slingshot, of course, as everybody knows, you just draw back and take your shot. Obviously with this one here, you know, with a normal slingshot, you know, the ammo is going to go through the forks, but with this one, of course, the ammo cannot go through the forks, so the ammo has to go over the forks. And that's why you have to adopt a completely different style of shooting entirely, and in order to pull off a successful shot. Now, in a previous video where I talked about my first time shooting a Pickle Fork Slingshot, successfully, of course, I'm pretty sure I mentioned at that point about how I wasn't going to do a how-to video in that video or at that time because I wasn't 100% comfortable with what I was doing. So now it's been quite a bit of time, but I don't know how long exactly it's been. I haven't really kept track, but now I'm in a position of where I've made about a whole bunch of these pickle fork style slingshots, and I've been shooting them quite often just for fun. But my next big problem was always accuracy. You know, it's because of the fact that obviously you're not shooting to the forks like a normal slingshot. You gotta shoot over, so every shot veers off away to the forks. So for me shooting, it would veer off to the right. So accuracy has always been an issue for me, and just recently I discovered a chart online while I was looking at designs for future slingshot projects, and I found this chart about how you can potentially aim with this and pull off some decent effective shots. And I've been fiddling around with it in the last 2 or 3 days, and it's turning out some pretty decent results. So first of all, how to shoot the slingshot in general is basically like most other flat band slingshot, you're gonna shoot with what they call a gangster grip, where you're gonna be holding it sideways, not like forward. I shoot gangster style. So basically the two main techniques that you gotta use you have to adopt in order to shoot this one successfully is basically your one. And I'm just gonna hold it with my finger just like this, so that way I can get a good grip on it, just for the sake of this demonstration. This first, when you draw it back, you want to twist it 90 degrees. So it's gonna look like this. As I pull it back, turn it 90 degrees, just like that. And the second one is basically when you're drawing it back, and I'm gonna show you on this angle because I can't really show it to you while I'm drawing it back. You're not even gonna notice it at all. But basically what you're gonna do is this. So say you hold it like this, twist it 90 degrees, and then what you want to do is this. Basically, that's what you're doing, is with your thumb, like that. The ammo is going to be in the pouch, so basically when you release, what's going to happen is that that ball has to jump up and over your thumb in order to go up and over the forks, thusly pull off an accurate shot. So again, as you draw back, 90 degree twist, then you do that little thing with your thumb, and then you shoot. So I'll give you a quick demonstration right now on how to do that. I'm sitting on a log, by the way. There's a tree down there that's dead on its feet that I shoot at quite often out here. It's dead, the bark's falling off, its top's falling off. So I don't shoot at living trees, just so we're all on the same page with that. So I got 3/8 steel ammo right there. So as I draw it back, I'm gonna do the 90 degree twist and then the thing with the thumb. And this is me just shooting. I'm not aiming at all. So I missed the tree completely. It just went off to the right. And that's always been a big issue for me, is trying to just figure out, you know, my lefts and rights with that so I can get an accurate shot at different distances. Now, the method that I saw online with this chart was actually an interesting one, and I gave it a try, and it actually worked out quite well. It's been, as I said, it's been producing some decent results. Basically, it's like when you draw it back and you're ready to shoot, bring the band set, the top band set, to your eyebrow, basically almost touching your eyebrow, just like flaking it. You can barely feel it. So this is what it's going to look like. When I'm drawing it back, my eyebrow is just going to be just touching it. And what I'm doing with my eyes, with my right eye, is looking between the forks and lining my target. I'm looking between the forks and lining my target up where the bands are tied. So right here is basically where I'm lining my target up with. And I've actually been producing some decent shots with that. So I'm going to give it one more shot here real quick. So like before, 90-degree twist, twist the thumb, pull it back. I got the top band just touching my eyebrow, just barely touching it. And I'm looking between the forks. Just skim the tree, and it went to the left of the tree, not the right. So here, I'll go do one more. But then again, when I was shooting earlier, I was also standing about 3-4 meters closer to the tree. From where I am now, about maybe 15, somewhere between 15 and 20 yards. Perfect. Took a chunk out of the side of the tree for that as well. So, let's see if we adjust the camera here a little bit. Sorry, I gotta do a little adjustment here. I got the camera tilted right up for the sake of me being able to see myself. That's better, so much better. Okay, so this is the tree I was talking about. It's right here. And that's the end of the tree right there. So all that bark that's fallen off there, that's not my doing. That was already fallen off, but that's the area that I've been aiming for. So I'm going to tilt the camera up just a tad so you don't see a head chopped off. Yeah, you still see the tree. So right now I'm about 15 yards from the tree, give or take. So as again, draw back, 90-degree twist, twist the thumb, bring up to the eyebrow. I'm not sure if you were able to see that, but you saw the little puff of tree broken off right out here, just right off to the side there. And that was a perfect bang-on shot. The ammo actually bounced off and just landed right over here somewhere. So. Let me readjust the camera one more time here. Oops. Back up a bit so you can actually see me. So basically that method of aiming, I'm not sure if this is something that everybody does, or maybe someone else has their own tricks of the trade, as they say, for aiming, but that one so far has been working for me. And this is in fact what they call a short range slingshot. So basically anything beyond that, I would imagine accuracy is going to be a little iffy. So again, as I said, when you draw it back, shooting the sideways, you got the 90-degree twist. And then what you're doing, as I said before, is like you're just twisting with your thumb just like this a little bit. So it's going to look like basically 90-degree twist, twist your thumb back, and make your shot. And as I said, you know, basically I'm bringing the band up to my eyebrow, just touching my eyebrow, and I'm looking between the forks. So, you know, not sure how well you can see my eye there, but that's what I'm doing. So, you know, give it a try for yourself, see what happens, and see if you can pull off some accurate shots. If not, oh well, see some other videos. Stay safe, have fun.